With me today is June Marie Davis, series creator of the new weekly web series, The Go-To, which dropped this summer on YouTube. I am so excited to have you here because it's been a joy to watch. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Matt, for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
The three main characters in The Go-To are really well crafted. Andrew, whose dating mishaps are impacting everybody around him. Sam, who's navigating all the pitfalls of New York City dating. And of course, Jules, who probably the most out of all of them is really experiencing the whole wide range of emotions of the ups and downs of looking for love. Where did the inspiration for these characters come from? Especially Jules.
Well, a lot of the inspiration just comes from real life situations. I mean, we're all human. We all have dating mishaps, dating pitfalls, heartbreak, falling in love, those dating nightmares, situationships. So a lot of it's a relatable scenarios, conversations that happen. So a lot of that comes from real life, and some of it's made up, because it is, a series.
Mm-hmm. One of the best things about The Go-To is the fully fleshed out supporting characters involved, a lot of them with their own arcs, and I feel like you don't get that a lot in different web series. They're sort of a little more streamlined usually, but not this one. This one's got a whole big wide world happening around these characters. Did you know you were going to be creating all that when you started? How did that come about?
Well, I went in knowing that I did want whatever character I had in the series to reoccur. I guess subconsciously I did know that I did want something to transpire within these characters, these characters' lives, and I wanted them to come back again, even though the three principal characters, well, four, because Eric is like, he's a staple. Mm-hmm. I mean, but yeah, I did know that I wanted some way, somehow. I wasn't sure how it was going to happen, but I did want all of these characters to come back. Maybe later on down the line in the series, but I did know I wanted these characters to have some sort of permanence in the series.
So one of the things that I absolutely loved and thought was great about The Go-To was the complete diversity of all the different kinds of dating relationships portrayed in the series. Thought that was really cool. I felt like whatever of my friends I was like, hey, go watch this, they'd all be into it no matter what their preferences are. It was cool. So was that something that you really knew you wanted in the series? Was that a from the start priority for you when making this?
Yeah, definitely was a very conscious effort to be inclusive with everyone, especially POCs. And that's what I want, because I want to see me on screen. So, and my friends, I want a little bit of everything. And that's just the spice of life. I mean, we're a melting pot, we live in New York City, we're a melting pot. So why not have that on screen?
Oh, totally. And prioritizing that definitely came through. And it's like so obviously a strength of the series. So awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Problem.
The talent that you assembled here is really charismatic. And obviously for the more condensed format of a web series, you really need that type of quick positive connection from the actor to the viewer. How did you go about casting for that? And what were your casting priorities in general?
Yeah, for sure. Chemistry is definitely important, especially, in an under 10-minute episode. You definitely it needs to translate, quickly. And it definitely does, in my opinion. I knew these actors, working with them in the past. I met Gavin years ago on a comedy sketch, and I met Aiden and, Roberto doing background, and Esther, Amy, Henri. I met all of the characters doing background work, which in and of itself is amazing, to actually be in the same community with this talent pool. I have, in the series. I'm very fortunate, and it was just like Kismet. It was just it happened so organically. The interest was there. They trusted me in this process, and you have the go-to.
You clearly juggled a lot on this project. The Go-To is obviously your baby. You're the creator, a writer, producer, actor. What was that experience like?
It was not easy.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it was definitely a learning curve for sure. I learned how to wear many hats, and I learned a lot about myself in the process. It was stressful, it was exciting. There were tearful moments, exciting moments, fearful. This was a fear for me, and I actually worked past my fears and actually doing this and actually bringing the series to fruition. Despite all the downs, the highs were so much better, and I wouldn't have it any way. I wouldn't change it. I would do it all over again.
So I've definitely heard through the grapevine that there was an extreme can-do spirit in terms of the technical end of filming this. So tell me, what was that like? How did you actually shoot this? It came out looking great, but what was going on behind the scenes?
Oh, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. So this is the camera. This is the only camera that was shot, that we used to shoot. Yeah. So it was pretty ambitious, to say the least, but it worked. It worked, and
it absolutely worked, because you wouldn't know that watching it. Like, looks great.
Great, thank you. Yeah. That's amazing. that's exactly what I wanted. So, but yeah, it was just interesting. I didn't have access to a camera. So I was just like, you know what? I didn't want that to be a deterrent for me. And
it never should be. A little shout to everybody out there who's making things, surprise. Sometimes not even the high-end camera. It's your lighting and how you're blocking things. And you
have it. It's an everyday feature. Okay, you use it every day, and you would never think to. But many movies have been made using iPhones.
So cool.
Thank
you.
Obviously,
the big question anyone who's watched through the Go-To has at this point is, will there be more? And when, if you know, I don't know. I feel like there's like a whole bunch of great stories still out there, so will there be a season 2?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I am currently working on some episodes right now, and I'm hoping to start shooting end of the year, beginning of next year, 2023. So so season 2 is happening.
So cool. That's great.
And there will definitely be additions, and you will definitely see a lot of your favorite characters come back, for sure.
Fantastic. Awesome. Hey, thanks so much for joining me today. This has been fantastic. Can't wait to see season 2.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Matt. Thank you again.